Hi there and welcome to this week's Golf Equipment Q&A. I'm Valerie Melvin here with Frank Thomas and we are in the putting pad at Reunion Resort in Orlando, Florida, so hop along for a putting lesson. This week's question was from Rich in Indiana, Frank, and a few weeks ago we talked about the spring-like effect in irons. And what Rich wanted to know, Frank, was that back in the 60s he recalled there was an iron called the Wilson Reflex iron. Are you familiar with that club, Frank? And, what do you think about, the spring-like effect and that sort of thing?
Well, Rich, yes, the reflex iron was introduced in 1980, not in the 60s, but it was that club that made us rethink the rule, because the rule originally back in 1909 said no contrivances such as springs in the club head. And then in 1956 it said unduly influencing the movement of the ball. It was changed. And in 1983 we changed it to say no spring-like effect. As a matter of fact, that's what the rule still says, but it also says you can have a little bit. But the actual Wilson Reflex iron was something that alerted us to the fact that designs could be made to have a spring-like effect, even though that particular club didn't have any spring-like effect, even though the advertising claims that it did. We tested it very thoroughly. But that is one of the problems we have, is that, the claims that are being made. But it did alert us, and that's why we introduced the spring-like effect in 1983, the new rule.
Very interesting, Frank. Well, thanks for checking in this week. Go online to franklyGolf.com and let us know what you think. We'll be back in touch next week, but until then,
may the frog be with you.